You know, a lot of people are, like I said, are starting off in their journey. People are saying, well, you know, start meditating. That's the easiest way to kind of get to know your higher self, get to let go of all, you know, the things that are not serving you. So you're the meditation expert. I'd like to know maybe a few tips
Oh.
on how to get started, because a lot of people say, oh, I sat down for 10 minutes, I couldn't even sit down, my mind was racing. So what would you say to someone who's willing but, you know, having a hard time doing it?
Yeah, and when I used to teach a lot of people who'd never meditated, and there was always quite a bit of apprehension about it and not knowing what to expect and thinking I'm not going to be able to do this and I don't know what it's meant to feel like. So I think the biggest thing is to have almost no expectation of what it's going to be like, and to hold that each time you sit down to meditate. Because sometimes what can happen is we can sit down, we can have a really positive experience, maybe we see things, or we get great flashes of inspiration, and then the next time we sit down to do it, like you say, our mind's just racing and we can't focus and we can't sit still. So it's to have no expectation of what that experience is going to be each time, and just to be really open and curious about it. And that then takes the pressure off having a wonderful experience every time. And also just to start with a really short amount of time. And I think one of the other things is people think, like you say, well, I need to sit down for 10 minutes or I need to sit down for half an hour, and if I don't do that, I've not done it right. So start with 2 or 3 minutes, and that's fine. Actually, the research is that, say, 3 minutes is beneficial, and you will get the benefit from doing that. Maybe try doing it twice a day, and actually doing it at a regular time helps as well, because it gives you a pattern and a habit.
That makes
sense.
So if
you're going to do it first thing in the morning or before you go to bed, then keep that regular time, and find a space that is where you do that, where you're not distracted by dogs and cats and kids and the washing machine, or you try and find a space. It doesn't have to be a shrine or anything, you know. It's just a place where you go, and where you then say to everybody else, if you share a household with other people, know what, this is my time and this is when I'm going to do this, and can you respect that? And all of those little things help you to build up a habit gently.
Unless the house is burning down or if someone gets hurt or bleeding, I'm not, leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Do not disturb sign. That's it. And I think that helps. There's a couple of really good apps that you can use. So there's the Headspace, I know, is a really popular one.
Oh yes.
And there's one called Calm, and Insight Timer is a really good one as well, because it's free and there's lots of different meditations that you can search on. So there's something for everyone on there as well. That would be my advice.
I tried in the beginning to sit down like on a pillow, and my mind would start saying, okay, what do I have to do today, tomorrow? And it's okay for your mind to wander off first, but as long as you bring it back to where you were and you keep breathing. But at first I was having a really hard time, so I started doing it in the shower, and I would imagine, you know, that the water is kind of washing away all the negativity of that day, you know, or whatever was going on. Let's say if I had like a negative thought, self-doubt, okay, like wash away. I'm washing it away, you know. And I started with that. And then now, like you were saying, at night, I found in the day it doesn't work. In the morning, I don't even want to talk to anybody until I have my coffee. But at night, I put like a self-guided YouTube meditations or like sleep hypnosis and all of that. And it really, really helps to sleep. And it also kind of like works on my subconscious while I'm sleeping, which is
that's really good. And I think that's it. I think you really hit the nail on the head in that is to find what works for you. So try something, and if it doesn't work for you, then try something else, because there's going to be a time and there's going to be a type of meditation that will work for you, but there's if it works for someone, it might not work for someone else.
Right.
And I think that's the other thing, is that there are different styles of meditation as well. There are some that are much more affiliated with say particular religions or philosophies, but you know, you can just explore it rather than tying yourself to one thing, or like say trying one thing and thinking, oh, this isn't for me.
Right. And it's consistency, I find.
Yeah, I think the consistency is really key, because one thing that people tend to do is go, right, do you know what, I don't feel good, I'm going to meditate. But actually what you do is, if you consistently meditate all the time, no matter how you feel, it helps you to manage your well-being. And
That makes
that's
sense.
the absolute key to it. Yeah.